All right, welcome to episode 5 of JUJUTSU Kaisen.
Yes, sir.
Another, it was the other side of the hill, I think.
Yeah.
That I really wanted. It really set us down, and it started right in the action. My man Yuji's heart's laying on the ground.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that he'd be the one dead.
Well, because he was introduced first in the show.
And he's in the opening credit, like the opening intro. Like he's on the train.
And I liked it when shows throw you curveballs like that.
And and honestly, it made you believe that he wouldn't transition back to kill the curse, because
And commit suicide, basically.
right, because you saw, and I remembered when he was freaking out inside the detention center.
domain.
Yeah, because he didn't want to die. Nobody wants to die, and when you're deciding, but that's, I guess, what makes the difference between a hero and his grandfather said save people. That's a way to save somebody. And he was bleeding out,
Megami
talking
was going
to
to
Megami.
die.
Oh God. Which I did find out that, obviously I kind of figured, but I do like his powers a lot.
Oh, I do too.
With the pets and
To this point in the show, he's my favorite character.
yeah, the snake was neat, the owl bird
But
thing.
once his incarnations die, he can never use them again.
But can he keep well, I'll find it. But I figured
I
the
think
dog
they already
was
said that.
Yeah, I figured the dog was dead, dead, white dog.
Yeah, he died.
He has black dog still. The snake's dead, and he saved the bird, which was very nice of him because he knew they're both going to die. Let the bird live. So I like his power. Saw a little bit of a character building with him.
Sakuna saw something in him that excited him. Did you notice that?
Yes, because it was because of his power. I think it was the combination of his power and his thought process.
Didn't he say he's using his life energy to try to defeat him? Like he was
Yes, and he saves unequally or unequally.
unequally. And I like that.
I did too.
Not
I thought that was
everybody is
neat.
worth saving. Just because you're human, you're worth saving.
No, God, no.
You could be a piece of shit.
And
Bye.
you saw a little
Bye.
glimpse of that in episode 4. When he said, read his backstory and you get all this information. But he sees people for what they are, and he truly decides. And it's in his right to decide.
And he also saw the opposite in Yuji, which is why he saved him and why he... And he wasn't wrong for that, because Yuji is, he's good-hearted.
Yeah.
And
I think, we'll lap back to him, but you jump into this weird dude with stitches across his forehead and his band of goons, and obviously it took me 1 second, but I remember what they said. You have to be special to see the curses.
Right.
He pals with curses.
For a split second, I saw them all walking the street, and I'm like, what's going on?
Right,
Oh, duh.
right.
Nobody can see them.
And cool. I thought they were neat. I really think the Volcano Man, who seems to be the leader of the 3, and then the one that he's literally snapped at, because nobody, even they put subtitles in something we didn't even know what it said. And it's like, we can't understand you, shut up. All right, cool. So, but you see, I want to know more about him, and obviously I know I will, as we travel down this path of JUJUTSU Kaisen.
Yeah.
And at the end, he gave us the hint that Yuji's not dead, because
I literally thought he died until that point. I was like,
oh
wait a minute,
God,
he
I was
really
settling
did
it.
die
I was realizing and trying to paint the show in my head
without him.
Yep,
me too.
And I'm like, who would take the lead, and who out of those 3 left? It's not going to be Gojo. It's not going to be Nobara. Megami was it. And he earned some respect in that whole scene he had.
He definitely did.
He was stepping up. He's a year 1. And then Panda Pal comes out, and
So Ryan plays a lot of World of Warcraft, so I'm imagining
a Pandaren?
that touched in your soul.
I was like, oh God, Wan Yang.
Yeah.
And I was like, and in my head, I'm like, all right, Pandaren, I like it. I thought it was neat. Something, curses are I believe, curses could be a thing. A talking panda, different story, but I accepted it here because I thought he gave some light-hearted feel to it.
I thought it was funny when they were introducing all of the second years, because that's who they were. They were the
Yes,
second
and
years.
that's what Megami said.
And the only context that was given for the panda is that's Panda Senpai. Okay, so the talking panda is the only one you're not going to give me any feedback on, no history. That was a nice little...
and it reminded me of that fighting game.
Tekken.
Yes. Yeah, I was thinking the whole time, what
Kuma.
game was it? Yeah, okay.
I played Tekken
I'm so
my
glad
whole
you knew what that was, because
Yeah.
it was killing me. But yeah.
So I like the comedic parts of the show where in the same episode where they walked into the detention center and they were like loving up on the White Wolf.
Oh God! And they go to that fun art.
Yeah.
They swap.
And then boom, everyone's dying.
Yeah, and even the end credits of every episode so far, it's like looks to me like a Pantene commercial or like some kind of like proactive like because the tub or like I have like hair stuff that's in that tub. I'm like, okay, whatever, it's fun.
Now, we haven't watched, but at the end of every episode, there's shorts that are literally like comic relief.
So it brings you back up because, God, if you came out of these episodes with no upward motion of positivity, I can imagine you dwell in a pretty dark place.
It's a pretty dark show.
So far, but it's in a, I hate to say it this way, but in a cutesy way. Because the curses necessarily aren't, unless the special grade ones are all like vicious, but wasn't intimidated by the Volcano Man or the Futurama guy. You know
Futurama guy.
You know who I'm talking about.
I'm not sure I do.
Did you ever watch Futurama? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'll find him.
Yes, you.
And he's here.
But yeah, and they ended it, and they gave us an upward swing. He's still alive.
Now there's going to be like a.
I think we've met the
JUJUTSU fight in between.
Oh yeah, like
the schools.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, basically.
In other words, and you get everybody from around local schools, rivals. But then I think we met the big bad for the show. I did.
And Sakuna and Yuji are going to have a confrontation. I saw that kind of happening because he was like referencing "Don't look at me, brat." So he's in there. Sakuna's still alive. Yuji's still alive. The vessel, it's exactly
and
right,
what he is not existing. Right now. And I think
And we're gonna roll right into episode 6.
So if you like what we're doing, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on episode 6.
See ya.